Okay, now we are live again. Today, July the 11th, 2024, SNET LATAM Ambassadors, Town Hall number 4. And you see in screen 5 with myself of the initial foundational core team. Aquí estamos presentes. Hoy es 11 de julio de 2024. El primer Town Hall oficial del core team de los Ambassadors. Están con nosotros Caue, Kianca de Brasil, Andrea de Kovic de México, Martín Rivero de Rosario, Argentina, Inés Gaviña también de Argentina, y Guillermo, quien les habla desde Argentina. Este es el equipo fundacional del SNET LATAM Ambassadors. Es el equipo seleccionado a través de un proceso en el cual intentamos ordenar un equipo con conocimientos de gobernanza, de Web3, de blockchain, de AI, para poder escalar en forma ordenada. Y antes de esta grabación ya habíamos comenzado a discutir sobre el diseño de la gobernanza, que vamos entre todos a construir. Y bueno, Caue, si querés retomar donde dejaste y cuál es la idea de diseñar en conjunto con el core team una gobernanza que nos represente a todos.
I was just explaining for Andrea because she had the doubt about the voting power. And Andrea, the idea is you have a task, you'll be rewarded for it, let's say translation. And we won't be only that reward. Added summed to this reward, you get the recognition token. And the idea is, with that token, you will vote in our on-chain governance. What underlines it is more you contribute to the project, theory, more voting power you would get. But then we must set up a system. If you are using quadratic vote, that's the square root of your voting power. If you are choosing, I don't know, we can do whatever we want, but one address, one vote, for instance, this will be decided with the team. But all possibilities are in the table. What was previously discussed is that you are rewarded with funds and recognition tokens, and more you contribute, more voting power you have from that contribution token. Was just that, nothing incredible.
Nice. Thanks, Caue.
So, again, sorry, my system is kind of slow today. I don't know if it's the cold. Entonces, la idea es entre todos diseñar este sistema de gobernanza, como mencionaba Caue, y participarlos a todos, ya que un sistema de reputación basado en las contribuciones creemos que es más justo para la gobernanza de una comunidad que la cantidad de tokens o dinero, igualarle, o sea, totalmente diferente a lo que quizá está pasando en algunas comunidades. Entonces, las personas que más compromiso tengan con el programa, más, no traducirlo a poder, pero más capacidad o representatividad van a tener en la toma de decisiones. Un nuevo experimento de comunidad, Martín. Sí, lo que vemos que está pasando en otras comunidades tiene que ver con que estas cosas no incluyeron a todos al momento del diseño. Y lo que está haciendo el programa Ambassadors Global es muy innovador. Y como somos un experimento, dentro del experimento queremos usar las mejores prácticas de lo que vemos que está sucediendo, que está bueno. Y de nuevo esto, que haya representación de todos. Así lo que vemos que sucede en otras comunidades, evitarlo a largo plazo. Entonces, la comunidad no tiene dueños. La comunidad es de todos. ¿Ok? Ahora sí, y ahora quizá ir sobre un par de cosas que hablé con Kawi. Pero Martín, ¿querés mencionar algo?
Sí, perdón, vengo a hacer lío y pensando en los problemas. ¿Qué pasaría si más adelante personas nuevas dijeran, bueno, pero las decisiones de la comunidad se van a ver muy influenciadas por los que primero arrancaron? Porque van a tener más token chili peppers, por ejemplo. Eh, bueno, nada, son cosas que se me ocurren, que este sistema que me parece que está bueno y justo es un experimento nuevo, a futuro puede hacer que los que arrancan de cero siempre tengan más. Quizás se soluciona con la votación cuadrática, pero bueno, siempre hay un poco más de influencia de ese poder inicial.
Sí, está muy bueno lo que decís, y sí, es así. Pienso que... A ver, Guille está ahí. Prende el micrófono. Gordo, apagalo el micrófono.
Perdón que traigo problemas antes de que pasen, pero por ahí yo siempre
No,
trato de
está
lanzarme a los
buenísimo.
problemas.
No, es lo que hay que hacer. Y este es el espacio perfecto para hacerlo. Y yo diría que le dediquemos un tiempo a pensar estas cosas, porque está buenísimo. Y otra de las cosas que hay que tener en cuenta es que el sistema nunca va a ser perfecto y siempre va a haber algo que no va a funcionar o que, bueno, digamos, tampoco esperar que algo sea perfecto porque nunca lo va a ser. Y nada, animarse a equivocarse también, ¿viste? Como decir, bueno, vamos a tratar de hacerlo lo mejor posible y siempre con la posibilidad de igual fallar. Pero igual está muy bueno lo que decís. Y sí, yo pienso que la votación cuadrática ayuda en eso. Guille, ¿vos querés decir? Ah, no. La votación cuadrática ayuda en eso. Pero también yo pienso que una de las cosas que estoy pensando últimamente, I'm going to speak in English so Kawi can understand this because I think this is important. One of the things I'm noticing since a while I'm here in the Web3 is like sometimes there are like little structures that form like organizations or DAOs or communities or whatever. And one of the things that sometimes happen is that people that are new, that just come into an organization and they want to change everything with the excuse of the Web3, you know, and that decentralization. And I don't believe in that. Like, I believe people should have respect for what people are doing. And most of all, the people that are working in a community for a while, there should be like some respect there, you know? So I don't think that it's a bad idea per se to have that reputation system working, you know, because if not, somebody can just come from the outside and say, hey, no, I think this is not worthy because this and this, you know. Hi, Naomi. I don't know what you guys think about this, but that's my take.
I agree. Like, I've been in these kind of situations as well, and it's just because like, we're not gonna be like, no, your voice doesn't count, but like, if things are going in a certain way and it's working because we all agreed, that means that we respected everyone's opinions in the beginning. But like, someone who doesn't know the processes and everything will have to respect the work that people did in the past. So I completely agree with you, Ines.
And if anybody wants more voting power, they just assign themselves to new tasks. Wouldn't be, as Andrea Inês just said, it's not perfect, but it's on merit.
Yeah, on merit. Yeah, agree. Yeah, I agree. But I want to just make a pause, and I want to make a big shout for the man in the house, Onyeka, Lord Key. to have you in
Hey,
the room.
good day, everyone. How you guys doing?
Hey, how you doing, my friend? So Kisi is a core contributor on the Ambassadors Global Program. He's from Nigeria. He's my partner and brother in arms in the R&D Guild that we lead, and he's a great asset. And I told him that probably we can use his knowledge on the Ambassadors Global and bring some of the good practices. And Onyeka, as you see, we are discussing we are involving the core team, the core contributors team that we form by selecting in this onboarding process through an evaluation based on knowledge and commitment. We are drafting the governance and the use of this the guild's token. And we are discussing something that we already went through on the Ambassadors Global. So we use tokens to measure contributions, commitment, participation in meetings. And at the same time, we have the tokens, the AGIX, that reward for also contributions. So we have these two metrics that we use. But then how do we measure initiatives or creativity? So that's something that we should also, how we reward someone that brings a great idea. So it's not perfect. All these systems, they are now, we were drafting this paper with another crazy nerd. It's like the way he put it down in words yesterday with me was like a performance evaluation system. So un sistema basado en evaluación de performance, okay? Pero, so not to be too strict with the Ambassadors Global. At one moment, there were only 8 ambassadors. And then when we scale, we opened the door and we changed that to core contributors. And we got now 31 or 50, 30, I don't know, between 30 and 50. And you need to keep yourself engaged to keep that label, let's say. And that will allow you to vote with one vote in different consensus decision making. Okay, so that's when reputation is taken out of the table, and it's just one individual, one vote. And it went from that, evolution from voting to reaching consensus. Because that is pretty different. So one thing is voting for yes or no, and the other thing is like building, reshaping something that is probably needs to address some concerns and to redesign it, make it better, to reach consensus. What we all understand here is that as we are building, we are reshaping, and it's not about blocking, it's about finding the way for things to fit in place to reach what is called consensus, that is different from consent. So the voting and I think this token, as we were talking also with Kawe and with Martin last time, it's something that probably we can have something to motivate new members, incentivize new engagement, have like reward, like awards by the end of each quarter for who did more, whatever, something creative, or who participate the most in all the meetings. And that, as Grace from RNDAO, that these guys are innovating in DAOs for a long time. She told me when we were about to do this regional expansion, she told me, give people rewards, like como una escarapela. I don't know how you say that in English, but like a medal, for the people that excel, because that's something that. So going back to what I was talking yesterday, and I talked with Kawi today. So what we are here to do is to expand the community. So identity, that is the core, one of the three core concepts. What are we here for? We resonate each other. We resonate with the vision and mission of SingularityNET. We're here to expand that. So we need to identify with the idea. You need to represent us. For you to be here every freaking meeting. The other thing, turn education into, this was the most fucking brilliant thing I heard in the last weeks, edutainment. Education, entertainment. Because people are tired, we have so much noise. So how we do that? And that will be part of our task for this first month of this quarter. And then what are the opportunities? So not only for receiving rewards for our contributions, but also in the long term, what are the opportunities members will have by reaching here and staying here? Kisi can tell his own story. I can tell my own story on the Ambassadors Global. We stood our place. We spent hours and hours trying to make things better. So it has been more a long term than nothing. And to keep that core contributor label or power to vote and participate in the decisions, the people that stays, well, it's the people that will reach this long term. But well, so the idea will be to figure out ourselves how we're going to build operations. I'm going to share another screen because we have different systems. We already went through the tools that we use: dwork, GitHub, and Google Drive, and dwork, GitHub, and well, communication, Discord or Telegram. But the most important are GitHub and how we interact that with Google Drive. That is the master, what making decentralization possible. Okay, so Kawe have been drafting this operation system. Onyeka, Kisi, you're here in the room. So Kawe is a master in GitHub like you. So Kisi help with redesigning operations on the R&D, that is research and development guild on the global. And Kawe we are doing that the same way, creating issues, following projects. So we create an organization in GitHub, and you all be owners and be able to participate in this. And yeah, so those are the tools that we are going to use. And so Kawe, if you want to showcase, I don't know if you have that template that I shared with you. So each
yes.
one will be able to follow up a traceability of tasks. Each one should be responsible of inputting the data of what you're doing, and Kawe put together a small thing to show kind of we're going to do this operation.
Sorry, I'm smoking, so I turn off the camera.
Don't worry.
Let me share here. It's basically we want to integrate GitHub with what we already have on Google spreadsheets. See this. One second.
Yeah.
So Guillermo, here is the integration. It's a tutorial step by step, an example. In order to make this work, Guillermo, we're gonna need to do this together because we need the SNET Google account token to validate the GitHub action. what will happen is we're gonna import all the data from the spreadsheet. We're gonna put in this project. Let me. It's basically a Kanban board, just like the work. And through this, every member can assign themselves or assign someone else in the tasks that here in GitHub they call issues. So every time an issue is closed that's related to a task, you're gonna receive an amount of token or some point that will then be converted to token. So we can keep track of everything. Like Guillermo said, in 10 years from now, they will look back and say, oh, how that began. So everything will be documented as we go. And even for reports and to show community, for expansion, everything will be there. We just add it to the organization or make some of these projects public. So everybody can say, and it's really simple. Is what we're doing in Excel, now we are doing in GitHub. Next step from that is integrating with the chain and try to automate the distribution. And that's it, nothing really new.
That's amazing. And what about the token? Like, ¿cómo lo haríamos el token? O sea, ¿alguien sabe cómo se hace un token?
Yeah, we do know, but listen. So let's keep the focus on in how we're going to operate in it. So then in the specific work groups or meetings for that, we will do that. And if we need help, we reach for help. Because the other thing that Kawe was mentioning, now I'm going to share screen. Okay, we're going to integrate the ability on GitHub. Okay, let me share my other screen. with this, here, this, that. Okay. I'm going to share this. So this is an example of something we did within us last week. I'm sharing my screen now. Yeah, okay. So as you can see.
Sorry, no yet. I can't see it.
¿La puedes ver, Martín?
No.
¿El Excel?
Sí, el Excel.
Ah,
Yo sí
sorry,
lo veo.
it's my problem.
Kawe, ¿vos ves el Excel?
Yes, but I think you're sharing from your other account because it's not full screen. It's under the.
Okay, stop sharing. Let me see. Oh, yeah. Let me stop sharing this other one. Okay, it's basically a spreadsheet that shows this task following. Okay, I think for this initial operations, we should work to be a more organized and deliverable driven, okay, in terms of bringing results. Now I think I do. We should work first drafting, because we already have a roadmap, okay, that I'm going to share with you later. That will be part of the tasks. So I will, and again, this is one opinion, okay, an observation. I think we should establish the objectives and then divide the tasks and keep the assigning ourselves tasks for when we have a more solid north where to go. because now we need to pick those first tasks. We have, as you see here, and this is an example that we did yesterday when we created this temple. So this will be linked with GitHub, okay? That's operations. And then here you see Ines, one contribution. Okay, so you see this was made last week. I think it was Friday. So we create a blog. Here's the description. Okay, and below typo. And the amount of tasks. Okay, esto se refleja en la última, and the last column with in the value of dollars. Okay. Then, so this action, what will be one task? So diversified, because this end up needing a translation. Then there was another translation for another document. Okay. And then is the action of sharing, what is below with 0.5. Okay. That is posting. This, we just make this, but it also represents LinkedIn, Medium, and sharing on the channels, Telegram. And this, as a total, if you have this 4 tasks that drafted from one action that spent only 4 hours, end up adding a value, okay? And we can create labels, okay? Here, blog, this is, as you see on the title, content, okay? Communication content, okay? Here on the title. So each work group, or so it's marketing, communication, or operations, or yeah, will have a different template. And this way we will have this traceability. And again, this also works with GitHub. So each one here, if I assign a task, and then later all link in GitHub, you can probably, Andrea. So I put a document here that needs translation. Here it will be in process or on course. It's the same as Kanban, okay? And here you have your email address, and here you have the link for the document you need to, or the title for the blog you can write about creativity and whatever, technology, or we're gonna have here also a way to embed and attach documents and have everything in one place. So then it's quarter 3. We go back to this and everything is here. It's not that you have files on one folder. Yeah, you're gonna have that, but you go to this template or to the GitHub, you will have traceability of everything. Okay, and also to be something we Latinos like to know before even starting. How much I'm going to spend and how much I'm going to be rewarded. Because, and that way, you will avoid all the problems in the future. You know, at least part of them. And be respectful for one another. It's time constraint. You know, if we respect the time somebody is putting on something, we're going to start good. But for now, we're almost an hour here. This is kind of we have thinking operations. Okay, try to keep it simple, bring the good practices, and use the tools that we have: GitHub and Google Drive. Then some announcements, and then we're gonna go with the last call. That is, yeah, Ina, you want to say something?
Si a alguien se le ocurre algo superior y una versión mejorada de esto, bienvenido, porque esto obviamente está en experimentación. O sea, si a alguien, Martín, Andrea, Kawi, se le ocurre algo más práctico, más eficiente, y además yo pienso que también a medida que vayamos haciendo cosas, lo vamos a ir cambiando seguro, ¿no? O sea, tengamos eso en mente. Pero por el momento está bueno tener esto para empezar. Cada cosa que vamos haciendo, cada acción, por más chiquita que sea, ya sea, no sé, escribir un tweet, aunque sea algo mínimo, lo vamos anotando. Todo lo anotamos. Y eso sí es importante, que es lo que decía Guille, es importante, this is very important, that we keep track of what we do. Like, if we are doing things, we are responsible of tracking what we do, because if not, everyone's forgetting everything, you know.
Sí, sí, ok, eso es una cosa. Otra cosa, access to the drives. It is sensitive information because there's a lot of work. But still, we need to be able to handle this information and all this work with responsibility, but never press delete. And we should back up this thing 1 month from, because if we're going to link everything on GitHub and Drive, if somebody throw the fucking folder, it's over. So we, on top of this operation, we're going to need this account, the SNet account, have 1 terabyte. So it's premium. We can report for hours. We have all these workplace functionalities from Drive. So we can duplicate the folder each time, but that creates a time constraint, and it's not what Japanese will tell you that is more efficient to do. But yeah, we need backup. But also we need access for all of you guys be able to work and have access to all these documents. Kawe. Yeah.
I think one suggestion, Guillermo, would be we can set the documents in Markdown, plain Markdown, host all of them in GitHub, and with the Markdown files, we can generate blog posts, tweets, everything. And if somebody deletes, we have the version history in GitHub, so we can run back and check if that the files that existed and more were deleted. Plus, the full subscription for the organization is $4 in GitHub. So it's, I don't know, it seems like a social, but again, if you are asking the team to translate and everything, they have to know the basics of Markdown.
Yeah.
Which is not very hard, but they have to, I don't know, be comfortable with it.
Yeah, and definitely we're gonna do that. For that, when we talk with Kawe, we talk with Andrea and Martin, when we have our one-on-one meeting, is that whatever each one of us don't know, we didn't pick you guys for that. We pick you guys for what you do know and what we put together as a team. Okay, so Kawe has the knowledge. Maybe Kisi has the knowledge and can add up to this. And we workshop ourselves. We will tutorial ourselves, and then we will have a workshop, okay? That Kawi will facilitate and will teach us, all of us, how to do this, okay? And that will be part, that should be our focus on this Q3. Train ourselves to be efficient, and then we will bring more people in. That's how the Global Ambassador started. And this is just one aspect, okay? Operations. Traceability, learning how to delegate tasks, create tasks, and track record, not leave it all together by the end of the month. Do it as you're moving forward, okay? So that's one thing, Kawe. And then, yes, you're making notes, so put that as an action item on the summary. That is getting the GitHub organization premium package for this. I'm sure Kisi would love to have that for the R&D. We're gonna get that one, my friend. Second thing I want to share with you guys Yeah, my friend. Well, let's get that one. We have a contingency budget for Q3, so get on it, okay? And again, Andre, Martin, all the knowledge we put it together, so we'll teach ourselves. I want to share with you what was approved and consent, so everyone is on the same page. So what happened? Okay, and now I'm going to talk a little bit of the experience from our cousins from the Cardano. It is a proposal that was native from Catalyst. It has owners. It has people accountable that are making responsible. But hey, they represent a community, so the proposal is a community. But it has owners. When they present a proposal for an event, some people is making the work. So all these complaints that you see online and all these things, yeah, they're rational, but are they objective? Because it's like a car. It's like I have a car. I carpool everybody. It's still my car. I'm paying the bills. I'm paying the garage, the gas. This is different because this is what we lead the community within us. But the community, we have a different approach. So we involve the people. The ambassadors is something totally disruptive, but it's based in community. So we are not here as owners, as I said before. But we put together with this proposal. This comes from 2 years of involvement in the core team of the global ambassadors. So we are going to try to put the North on this with our knowledge, but get everyone involved in the decision for moving forward. Okay? But as we said before, the system needs to protect itself from blockers or from newers that will come and they want to disrupt everything like a tornado, because when we've been building, needs to have foundations and needs to be the system needs to be protect himself from viruses, poison, and all this malicious thing that humans can bring. So if I go out of this should keep going, and it would governance itself. So we have rules of engagement, like the other word. This will survive any of us if we go on a fucking crisis, or a panic attack. This needs to keep going. And for that, we will have a global ethic initiative for next quarter, and we are going to involve AI to help us. I know each one of us have an AI, but we are going to be the first ambassador guild that will have an AI, not only to taking notes, also for consulting and making part of even discussions, okay? So get ready for that because we're going to be very disruptive. But I want to share now, so everyone is in the same page, because we talked with Martin yesterday. So what? There is a wallet for the LATAM community? Cardano, no? So what is the reserve? Is there not a reserve? What is that? Who has that wallet? No? This is different, okay? And this, for all the global ambassadors, everything is open. And all of us vote on consensus for quarterly budgets. So you need to show your budget. You need to show what you're going to spend it. And at the end of that quarter, you need to feed a report of all the deliverables that you brought with that. Okay? And you thumb up when you see the screen. Okay. This went through 3 iterations that we, with Kisi here in the room, we have the also responsibility to protect the ideas. So with arguments, and what are we going to do with this? What these are going to deliver. We did this and with the LATAM and with the R&D. And it was a good process, learning process. So we're going to get stronger with that. But we have a commitment and this was approved last week. The one in green is in dollars for 3 months of operations. Okay. This is the price that it was. The AGIX was last week. Now it's 0.64. and this get fitted. So this is the amount of AGIs. Okay, I'm gonna go pointing like this, and this is the budget we have to deliver all what we have presented, linked to another document that is the proposal. Okay, that again. So guilds and work group, this facilitator, this is what I'm doing now. Okay, the amount of hours, certainly here's the price per hour. This is the same for all operations and guilds. This is the number of iterations in a quarter. So you have 3 weeks, 4 weeks per month. Some months have 5. And this is all operations, documentation, preparing work, documents, presentations. Again, this is all in the open. This is part of the documents you guys need to learn how to build. Okay? It's like building a budget for a production, Andrea. You know, for putting together. So it's kind of the same. And these ones are linked with contributions and tasks. And here's the reasoning, the description of what that means. Okay. Again, this is not written on stone because we, for example, here, partnership and integration. Okay, we brought this from the African Guild that is running in parallel with us. So we need to outreach for partnerships. Okay, universities. There's a wider description of this, and we're going to go on this one on a meeting, and it's not going to be a town hall, okay? It's going to be a work meeting already. We're going to go through and dive into this, okay? Then a members collective initiative, that if you go deep on this, you have an origin and a clear description of what we're doing. Then the governance token, okay? You're going to have 4 iterations of total of 6 hours to mint this token and draft a first idea of what we already discussing, how we will use this token as a reward or to validate contributions, okay? Onboarding, we already went through this. So we're going to build a system replicating the global ambassador to onboard next quarter new members, okay? And how we're going to do it, and probably use some of this budget for different actions, okay? We have marketing, communication, and edutainment, okay? Assignments. Here you can see the total. Again, this column, dollars, this column, the amount of hours, this column, the amount of iterations, repeticiones, un total en AGIs. Acá se repite el mismo presupuesto por cuatrimestre, por trimestre, ¿ok? Marketing initiatives. I'm going to share later on for the drive with the folders for this quarter that has a proposal for template for marketing, where we will work this how did I put there? Edutainment initiatives, what we will do, how we will do it, who will do the copy, who will do the imagery, who will do the posting, what are we going to use another channels rather than X and LinkedIn? These are what we're using. Can we have some ideas? Rod and Martin have others. Andrea, like Ines, is your guys' area of expertise. If we educate, if we create engagement, we create a draft, we create a game with it. Okay, that's something we're going to draft. The other thing, so the foundation, it has already assigned us something very special that is coming on the 7th of August. That is a roundtable initiative. So the founder of SNET, Ben, is leading one. So this roundtable is a virtual event, okay? So Ben is going to be giving the introduction and then going into a room where he picked a topic. Esther, that is the leader for global ethics. Lilu, that is a researcher on the team and one of the CTOs. Andre, a brilliant mind, one of those brilliant minds, a mathematician, physics that I met in Panama. They're going to have a different topic that is love and the machine. That is something that we are working with Lilo and him. And they asked me, because I've been working with Lilo on this paper, so they want to invite the LATAM. Okay, fuck yes. So going to be Ben, Lilu, Esther, and us. Okay, and I put together a list of topics that we discussed with Ines during the weekend. I put together a document, a simple document, a 2-pager of this basic idea. We have 10. I went through all of them. I discussed this with Lilu, and we are working together in certain ideas. So I asked her to pick for us. I already knew, because it was the first that I thought in, that is AI and human collaborations. So we don't fear the AI, we work with the AI, but we don't use it as a slave. We are collaborating. So AI in politics, and with a thought design of AI to help in a social sustainable development. No, if you put all those two things together, it would be, the result would be a sustainable system, because it's one of the first things that comes in when you ask the AI what we should change. So that will be kind of a topic. We're going to invite not only ambassadors to participate in that, but also some great minds of the region, from SingularityNET and from other spectrums. And the idea will be also to get the core team involved in that, not only being there, but also drafting this program. What we're going to discuss, an introduction. Okay, I'm going to share this document too. Okay, and then the ADN event. These are the long-term goals. Okay, what we have now on the table. So I was reached yesterday, 2 days ago, by the Cardano lead, the Cardano LATAM lead, and so the SingularityNET asked us to be there. We were talking about, so Martin told me, Kawi told me, hey, Ben is going, Maria told me, hey, Ben is coming too. I didn't have a fucking clue. We weren't thinking of going there because we are not kind of a event kind of people. But when we have an objective on why to be there, to do something, well, we are good at it. So we have been asked to go and represent the SingularityNET. And we have to create some creative communication actions on top of interviewing some members over there and that. And then we start thinking, putting up a proposal, a budget that we're going to use for this, because we are in Córdoba, we need to travel to Buenos Aires. Also invite members of the community, as I did with Martin already, because he's here. I extended this to Kawe, if he can fly to Buenos Aires on the 31. We will hang out and get drunk. The same Andrea, but I know you're far away. But the other objective in regards of this, it will be to work on what will be the actions we can do over there. Okay? Interviewing, and Andrea, you're good at this too. Probably you guys can share, spend some time with Ine, discussing what we can do. Keep it simple, but that will be one of the other objectives for this marketing allocation budget, okay? Yeah, so almost, yeah, we have been here almost 1 hour and a half. So yeah, the other document I want to share, this again, this open, this is the amount of money resources we have for this quarter, okay? We fight for it, and we have strong arguments, so there was not too much fighting. And all the arguments for this are in the proposal that I share with the global community, okay? So the guidance is on the budget and the proposal, and all we want to add into that, okay? We want to change, we want to, so later on, I'm going to share a folder, Q3 operations. You're going to find the, like la historia de Hansel and Gretel, de las miguitas de pan, that will guide you to what we have to do. And that will do it. So we need to fix operations. CAWE, we're going to find out, and that's an action item, to find out what day on the agenda, starting not probably next week, no, but the other one, to feed up, find out the best time for all of us, and create a workshop, okay, that you will lead. And we will try to understand, yeah, priorities and divide tasks. But with this, we already have a lot of work to do. If we focus on roundtable, ADN, workshops for operation, we have first month covered, and some blogs, ideas. So Andrea, so we're gonna put another thing, operation. We're gonna create so we have the Discord channel, okay? But we need a faster way to communicate, so we're gonna put together a core team group in Telegram, okay? So there we will keep our inner circle discussions for the moment. And then, so new ideas for blogs, new ideas. And so if probably Ine and Andrea can reach a moment to discuss how they put all this that we have already on the table, because Ines have been writing and writing and writing. And yeah, and we team up, and then we use the meetup thing to find the best times on the week that we are available to figure out work group for marketing objectives and operation objectives. Those should be our 2 extra meetings, I think. Thinking fast. But again, this is just me talking loud, and probably we will have a lot of things to do. And in that operations, not only workshop operations, but also token. Ina, you have your hand up. You want to say something?
Sí, no, o sea, volvamos al español porque me parece importante que podamos hablar en español. Si hay algo re importante, Kawi, que pueda hablar en portugués, y si no nos entendemos, de repente hablamos en inglés, pero pienso que lo ideal es que hablemos en español, o al menos de mi parte pienso eso. Ahí voy. Perdón, justo estoy con mi hijo, además son las vacaciones de invierno. Segunda cosa, hagámoslo como más interactivo al espacio, que no sea Guille vos hablando solo todo el tiempo, porque es como que, nada, pasa el tiempo y se pone medio denso. Nada, el tema del evento, sí, Martín, está buenísimo lo que vos decís. Nosotros tenemos varias ideas para hacer sorteos, pero esto está requete abierto, así que hagamos una reunión la semana que viene con André, con Martín, bueno, hagamos reuniones con todos y vamos hablando de estos temas. Y la otra cosita que les quería decir es que la semana que viene nosotros justo nos vamos un par de días a descansar un rato porque estamos quemados, y volvemos el jueves vamos a volver. Así que por un par de días vamos a estar medio desconectados. Y Martín, tu pregunta de si podés anunciar que sos un embajador, sí, obvio. Fuimos medio como, estos días fueron medio desordenados, pero ustedes comuniquen, compartan todo lo que quieran, siéntanse libres de hacerlo, porque sí, ya ustedes están, ya son parte. La idea era como hacerlo un poco ordenado a esta primera parte y que no entre todo el mundo y que sea un caos. Entonces, por eso quisimos como seleccionar a algunos hacia el principio, pero sí, ustedes ya están adentro, así que si tienen ganas de comunicar, genial.
Sí, perdón, yo te pediría un día, Martín. Porque el único que nos falta es CAWE. CAWE, we need your bio on a short description of what you do, how you want to do it, and what you're here to add value, because Andrea already sent a short bio and a picture. Martin, you already did. Christian already did. So you're the only one missing. And
Just
probably if,
Cardano SPO is fine.
yeah, no. Follow the procedure. Send a picture and write down something. I'm here to help the something. Use your initiative. We will use. I can send the reference of Andrea of Martin.
I have it. I send you on Discord.
Okay, do that.
On Discord.
Okay, so para ordenar la comunicación, que es re importante, porque quizás vos, Martín, podés hacer un reposteo de nuestra comunicación y comunicar oficialmente con nuestros colores. Me parece que eso sería mejor. Lo que
Perfecto,
sí.
esperamos.
Así que dame un día más. Dame un día
Sí,
más que
claro.
mañana lo tengo. Y lo comunicamos mañana, que es un buen día, aparte. El 12 es un lindo número. Kawe, you're the only one missing, my friend. You do that. Y yo voy a armar un layout con Figma. Y eso también, André, no sé cómo te manejás vos con Figma y diseño, ¿lo manejás?
Muy bien.
Ok.
Sí, lo que necesites.
Sí. Ok, bueno. No, porque ahí yo creo que para dividirnos en equipos luego va a ser buenísimo. ¿Okay? Con Martín o con Ine o con Kawi, que podamos dividirnos, porque yo hago mucho las imágenes, y con Ine pueden hacer un quilombo ustedes dos importante. Y está bueno que alguien, además, que tenga esa capacidad.
Sí, yo no hago tanto la parte visual, yo escribo más que nada, pero André, si vos haces visual, lo podemos complementar muy bien.
Claro.
Perfecto, claro, sí.
Ok, y yo voy a armar eso, y de nuevo tenemos como los layouts, y después es reemplazar, ¿viste? Pero de nuevo, no que todos hagamos lo mismo, pero sí que todos hagamos de todo un poco. Y vamos a tener un calendario, como tenemos ahora, que además de estar los town halls, ustedes lo van a poder incorporar a su calendario. Y ahí vamos a poner las reuniones del workgroup de marketing y el workgroup de operaciones. Y eso van a ser, creo que en este primer mes, empecemos de a poco, ¿ok? Y si para la próxima reunión seguimos siendo nosotros 5 acá, y Kisi, seremos nosotros 5 acá. Y veremos si sumamos a alguien, si necesitamos, y si no, veremos de ir. Martín, ¿querés decir algo?
Sí, decías de hacer reuniones de operaciones y de marketing. ¿Es porque nos vamos a dividir o podemos estar todos en todos mientras podamos? Y quien
Sí,
más
podemos
nos-
estar todos en todo mientras podamos, si podemos. O sea que por eso, y ahí empieza a jugar la idea de que decía antes, de que el token de Chili Pepper, si uno puede estar en todo, genial. Y va a ser más fácil. Y otra cosa, volviendo al evento, nosotros pensamos en quiénes estuvieron más comprometidos, quiénes presentaron buenas propuestas en Deep Funding, quiénes están en Buenos Aires con disponibilidad, y luego de esa, que hoy lo hablamos con Ine, la idea de un sorteo. Pero nos gustaría, por ejemplo, que la propuesta de Junco, a mí está buenísima. La propuesta de Alan está buenísima, pero no sé si está acá. Valen, no sé si está acá. Están los chicos, Nicola de Aprendo, que estuvo en todas las reuniones, ¿viste, Nico? Está recomprometido. A mí me gustaría que tenga su lugar también acá en el ambasador, luego, de nuevo, en esta segunda iteración que podamos hacer. O incluso a nosotros ahora podamos darle tareas. Pero con respecto al evento, del sorteo, nos va a dar contenido de comunicación. Entonces, sí o sí tenemos que hacer un sorteo. ¿Okay? Pero para la próxima, y de nuevo, 1 hora y media. Bueno, so this is already going on, okay? Kawe, how you feeling, my friend? You're gonna need to learn your Spanish, amigo.
It's easier that all of you learn Portuguese.
No, and then, how we see this working? We're gonna have teams in Portuguese. So we should scale more core team members from Portuguese for next quarter. That should be with something we need to strategize. Okay?
Okay.
Because, yeah, so Danny I know she wants to be part. She has some knowledge. We have already, I don't remember the name of your dog, so we have another singularitarian, Kawe. Tuku, el Tuku. But yeah, so let's think on that, okay? Again, thank you,
Just
Kisi.
1 second. Since we are 1 hour and a half over, so I'll take more 3 minutes of you.
Yeah, of course, man.
I'd like to ask Inês if it's possible in this time. Sorry. Considering we don't have the structure ready yet, if I could translate your material and put it in my blog, in the Stakepool blog in Portuguese, while we set this thing, and so we can have some reference material to show people. But again, we'll be in the Stakepool blog. If you think that's too centralized and everything, we could think of, I don't know, create a language variation on SingularityNET LATAM website, perhaps. I don't know, Inês, but I would like, because I like the way you do it, because it's easy to read and it follows the line of tutorials. Begin from the beginning and end in the end, and not what we usually do, that's a copy and paste of everything and they post it. I don't know. If you agree, I can translate it or to the Stakepool website, or we can create a language variation. SingularityNET LATAM.
Of course, no. I love it. I mean, I don't want to do myself the translations because as I don't know Portuguese, sorry, I'm with my son here, he's playing video games, sorry. But yeah, of course, Kawi, you can translate everything you want, like you're free with this. I love if you want to translate some of the articles I wrote, it will be awesome. As I say, I don't want to do it myself because as I don't know much Portuguese, like maybe that wouldn't be like professional. But if you do it and you read it with GPT today, you can make a translation in, I don't know, 20 minutes. It's like really easy. So of course, Kawi, of course. Then I can share with you some of the articles I wrote, and you can choose whatever you want and you translate it. Mama. Of course.
Great, thanks, Inês. And everything will be already doing Markdown, Guillermo, and feed on GitHub.
Yeah. So as I mentioned today, so we did translation from basic documents from the ambassador, from global ethics, the blueprint from the Supervisory Council, and on top of that, now we're going to be translating the blogs also to Portuguese. So we include that in the scope for translations. And we will use that, all of that material, we'll start posting in Portuguese in our networks, in our landing page. You can use it also in your portals. But the basic thing that we will use that in our social medias and all of that. And that's the idea, man, of having the language of magic language of the Portuguese involved in this. We were missing that. So that's the idea of having you here, my friend. Okay, so amigos, sí, hola amigos, sí.
Hola amigo. Hola.
Okay, bueno, creo que todo por hoy.
Papá, ponme a tu teléfono para.
Sí, está en la cama. Esto es la familia de SingularityNET. Gracias por estar acá. De nuevo, no sé, ¿alguien que quiere decir algo? Y de nuevo, la idea es, como dice Inés, que esto vayamos rotando al facilitador también. Y que la idea ahora es informarlos de lo que vamos a hacer y decirle que ponernos de acuerdo, pero después esto tiene que ser un juego más abierto y que participen todos. Y que en este espacio sea, ok, Andrea e Ine Martín presentando la iniciativa de marketing que quieren hacer y presentaron, mostraron el material que armaron en las 2 semanas o 3.
Sí, a mí me
Esa es la
parece,
dinámica que
I think it is very important that it's not like one person talking, because that is boring, you know? Like this should be like interactive, we talking, Kawi has an idea, then Martin, then Andrea, and we are all talking and speaking, because if not, it's like, it's boring. That's my, my wish. But well, thank you guys for being here.
Thank you, guys. Muchas gracias, Inés y Guillermo. Ya la siguiente ya les
Gracias.
tomamos, les hacemos segunda.
Sí. Bueno, hablamos la semana que viene. Let's talk
Gracias.
next week.
Sí,
All right,
Great.
thank you.
sí, la semana
Bye.
que viene la seguimos. Compartimos el calendario, ¿ok? Martín,
Dale.
Kawe, Kisi,
Gracias.
nice to have you here,
Bye,
amigo.
see you, bye.
Gracias totales.
Gracias,
Thanks for being
totales.
See ya.
Bye, guys.
See you, mate. Chao, Kisi.